After the hectic energy of the holidays settled down, I picked up Georgie the van from the local shop where he had been since his Thanksgiving breakdown. And he drove well considering he hasn't moved much in 2 years, and so I took Allie for her first ride in our soon-to-be road trip machine. Went to our local haunts and stayed busy in our little gym. And one day John stopped by the office and we tried out a podcast that's going to be available only on my Patreon, where I post all my other bonus content.
We got the whole world to speak about. We're in a really special time of life. And hopefully some way or another we can be there for you. And you guys can be there for us.
Until next time, this was Something American.
It truly was. Amen.
Yeah, I love it, dude. That was so good, man.
And while the overall ground coverage was minimal, the snow fell here and there. And on some days, it actually felt like winter. And I walked to the office a couple mornings to feel the cold air and watch the snow fall. And on one eve after a day of fresh powder, I headed to the hills for dinner with a close friend. And the cold January wind bit the skin.
vision I had. It's like, I could see you being really good at that. And, you know, it's a good thing.
All right, love you, bye.
And on a golden afternoon, John and I went to look at a cheap piece of land and do a little dreaming.
All right, you got a letter?
So we gotta find out what we gotta put in the ground.
And then my mom, Allie, and I looked at a house for sale just for fun. It had everything we needed except for space. And we won't settle until we meet our farm dreams and have rolling fields. And besides, I've got new plans for this year, and they include downsizing, simplifying, and rearranging what's already there. If you've watched Trout and Coffee for a while, you know I'm a big proponent of investing in your spaces. It fuels creativity, inspires the soul, and makes you want to spend time in the spaces you've created. I did it in my kitchen when I wanted to focus more on cooking. I did it in my office when I wanted to focus more on work. And we're going to do it all throughout this year at the cabin and at the apartment, and ultimately let go of the office and save the monthly expense. And so we started with the bathroom to transform it from dark and cluttered to bright and open. And since we let go of a lot of the stale stuff in there, I wanted a few final touches to make this the ultimate place for self-care. So thank you to Brooklinen for sponsoring this video. And right now you can get $20 off any order over $100 or more using my link in the video description. High quality bed sheets and towels are really expensive, but Brooklinen gives you the quality and the comfort at an affordable price by cutting out the middleman. Last summer they sent me some of their bed sheets, and they're the best sheets I've ever owned. Still use them every day. I'm pretty stoked to try out some of their bath products. This just came in today. I'm excited to open it. I want to show you what we got and show you the finished product with these final touches. So I ended up getting the super plush set in cream. It's got bath towels, hand towels, bath mat, and wash towels. So soft, just like not even kidding. It's so much nicer than anything I've had before. They not only look great and add a great aesthetic touch to any of your spaces, but they feel incredible. And you can mix and match over 20 plus colors and patterns. So their Super Plush Move-In Bundle is their best-selling towel collection. And you can save 17% by buying the bundle versus buying separately. And the Super Plush Bundle is their heaviest, weighing at 820 GSM, making them the softest and plushest towels you'll find. No, these really are spa-like. You can just tell that they're heavy, thick, but super soft and durable. They're woven using a Z-twist construction, which means less pulled threads. It's the same feeling I had when I opened up the bed sheets and then put them on for the first time and saw, you can just look at the fibers and see the quality and construction. Also, it's cool that they throw in this little tote. I like details like that. This is perfect for going to the grocery store and stuff. So after using these towels, I can honestly say that I've never owned anything like this. I've always just had cheap stuff. This is really kind of life-changing in a way. And that's because you use this stuff every day. Your bed sheets, your towels, and they do make a difference. So it's worth it to invest in something that's quality and comfortable. So you can try my favorite towels today and get $20 off all of Brooklinen's products on any order over $100 or more by clicking the link in the video description and using my code. So thanks to Brooklinen for supporting this channel, and now let's get back to the story. The new bathroom is a total dream. Clutter that had collected dust for 5 years was removed, and we painted everything white to make it brighter and look bigger, and the new floor tied it all together. It wasn't expensive to do, and it didn't take long, and now I look forward to taking the time to practice self-care every day.
I love peeling the little parts off, like right here.
And as the magnolia that Yolani dropped off at the office started to bloom, I tried attempt number 1 at bringing the van to storage before the next big storm. And she drove good for a bit, but just before the hill, she lost all power. And so a tow truck was called, and I took the Rover over the mountain to tackle some other machines that didn't want to run. And so it was another eve in Uncle John's garage with the maestro. But this time he was armed with the carb cleaner he got from his pops for Christmas. And by golly, it seemed to be all we needed. And both those old 2-strokes chugged again, and it was only right that we let them stretch their legs in the field before the big snow. And the storm didn't disappoint. So to celebrate the snow day, we brought those old machines to Jack's for an afternoon of fun.
See the excitement on it. Talk about keeping that speed as you go down. Yep.
Oh, I'm glad they're work. And you just plug them right into your Jackery, right?
No, I got electric.
Oh, you have the
I got an extension cord.
dude.
A bunch of them.
That's pretty nice.
It is, man. I got a little heater.
All right, hot shot.
Flip this.
Flip this.
And the sub-zero mornings and nights continued throughout the tail end of January. And then it was time for attempt number 2 at taking the van to storage, where within a mile of home, a loud pop roared and the power was cut again. So while we waited for the tow, Allie and I cooked dinner for my parents.
Oh wow.
Shrimp too.
Mom just was like really the whole mastermind behind it. Yeah,
That's the thing, man. Like, when you have the space.
And with the base coat of snow solidified, it was finally time to wax the cross-country skis.
which skis are mine?
And then we met the tow truck to send the old girl back for round 3. And in incredible anticipation, we got outside on a golden afternoon for our first ski of the year. And Allie was doing so well. She looked like a lifelong skier, even though she only started last winter. I stopped at Jack's to take note on more parts needed for the snowmobiles before their maiden voyage, as the boys had discovered that they weren't quite trail ready. And man, you should have seen the chimneys on the sub-zero mornings around town. I've never seen a cozier sight in my life. By now, the snowbanks were piling up pretty good, and there were regular dustings, and it was an enjoyable section of winter where everything looks pretty and you're not yet sick of the cold. And then one afternoon, we met my pops for a golden ski in the mountains.
Oh, whoa. Oh my god, I've never seen a cow pee before. Did you see that?
Is it wild?
It's incredible. There's one of the biggest bumps that you see when you're on
On the pitch
and
black.
you had a bad fall-on shot, you said, right?
Yeah, so I was scared.
I was thinking that when you left. I was thinking Ellie had a bad fall already. Yeah. Hey. What? Those are
have
sweet.
Our grips on the wrong hand.
Oh, yeah.
Mine feel okay. I
No,
don't
that doesn't. Oh, yeah. This is what people picture when
So there's the wheat yard here. Almost had the second wipe out of the day.
apparently.
And I just can't get enough of the free feeling of the glide, the good burn, the sweat, and the icy air in my lungs. This is so cool. Wow! Woohoo!
I just can't believe he can do that.
I know.
Totally fearless, you know.
I know, I know.
He just came over and said, they're making fun of me.
And we finally took the Christmas tree down and planned to meet both Noah and Kaylee later that night to turn our trees into nutrients for the cabin garden. We were taking the old snowmobiles to the cabin on their maiden voyage and our first winter overnight of the season. And a storm was set to land anytime.
Dude, I was just looking at the forecast. It's, I don't know if you heard anything about it, but it's hitting Boston.
Is it right now?
On Saturday, I think. They're getting 2 feet. We're only supposed to get a couple inches. That's how the storm's moving. It's like,
And after a little bit of tuning and testing, we loaded our overnight gear in the cargo sled. My whole life growing up, I never owned any machines, and I barely got to ride any. So to have my own snowmobiles is a complete dream come true. And to be able to drive them to my own cabin is completely surreal. But I tell you, it took a lot of hard work to get to this point. I've driven by the trails and seen the bridges and road crossings my whole life, and I've always wondered what it would be like to be out there. And now, these trails are ours. It's like a whole new winter world has been unlocked. And we made it almost the entire way without a spill. And we arrived just before dark and got the wood stove going before picking Noah and Kaylee up down the road.
have the money. Like, what else do you?
Did you give him just like a day rate?
It would probably just be one day, like one day of shooting, actually.
Fly down to Miami?
Yeah.
And we heated up sake on the stove, and Noah and I rode the sleds, and I took him up to an overlook where we talked about how he and Kaylee will be leaving the Berkshires soon. And though I'll be sad to see them leave, I'm excited to watch this new chapter of their life unfold. And after dark, we made burgers and Chicago-style hot dogs for dinner.
You know what we didn't think about though was lunch.
Well, if we're going to get fuel, we can get a snack there.
Ham salad.
Had a lot of sake last night, more than we planned. And after a beautiful and memorable night, we woke to a cold, snowy morning. And I used the only long tool I could find to take the heavy snow off the roof and work up a good hunger, as Allie had a hearty breakfast planned.
heck?
And after a long battle, we made sure that the sleds were running, then headed inside to dry off and fuel up before heading back to reality and all the work that waited in the office.
My boots are just like frozen, and these pants still are not wet. Like, these are snow pants.
So you're just gonna do coffee now?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll wait. I'll let you start that and then I'll get on to the next section. I'm just gonna switch it into a pan.
I wanted to bring another truckload.
Hold up. Oh my god. Ooh, the smoke does look. I'm so excited for photos tonight.
I know, me too. Man. Nothing like it. And finally, winter had settled in. We were skiing, sledding, and embracing all that New England winters have to offer, which is the only way to survive them with a smile on your face. And once you learn how to love them, you can't imagine life without them. And remember to hit the link in the video description for $20 off your order of $100 or more on brooklinen.com.